Now let's welcome our next speaker. Have you ever wondered how it is to guide, to lead a group of scientists working on a program together, on a project together? Our next speaker will take us into the world of research development and program management. Let's give a warm welcome to Laura Karjalainen. Did I say it right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Nora was promising some Polish words from me, but sure, my Polish colleagues have been kind enough to teach me some, but then I learned that they are maybe the most popular words, which probably not so appropriate here. So I might skip it and stick with the English, but thanks, Nora, for the opportunity anyway. Yes. All right. Great to be here today, and whole morning we have had so inspiring speakers in the stage, and very happy to see so many people here present, and of course we have more online. So happy to be here. I will talk a little bit today about radio access networks R&D, giving you a little bit big picture how it works, how the programs are fitting there, what we are doing, and also this is, I started beginning of this year in a new role, and want to do a little bit reflections from there regarding the programs unit, regarding some of my own learnings, what has been new this year, what I didn't think about that's going to come, and how am I coping still towards end of the year. All right, a little bit about my background first. I joined Nokia 2008 as a summer trainee at that point. And wideband CDMA was still hot topic, so it's some years back. Now we are talking about 5G and of course 6G already in research phase and heavily moving forward. But wideband CDMA is same as 3G. And at that point I was studying in University of Oulu, and quite close to my end of the studies, and this was a great opportunity to learn how, really in practice, how I can apply my knowledge from the studies, and on the other hand, I got an opportunity to finalize my master's thesis at Nokia, which was a great opportunity for me. And from there, as the Gs have been evolving from 3G to 4G to 5G, so the technologies, radio access technologies in a different roles. Mostly after the first years, I've been focusing on project and program management, different roles in there, starting from a little bit smaller responsibilities and moving to running our RAN system programs, and now in the new role of heading the programs unit. The programs unit, I'll tell a bit more about that later on, but in generally, we are responsible on delivering all mobile networks, radio access network, different product and release system programs. I'm located in Oulu. I've born and raised there, and I'm on top of the programs, I'm really passionate about teamwork, people, leadership, open discussion, all different ways how to learn from each other and improve the daily work we are doing. On free time, I have a husband and a daughter. We love to travel, ski, do some hobbies with them. So shortly, what is MN Run R&D? So mobile networks, radio access networks, research and development organization. It's a large-scale R&D. I could even say massive scale R&D. Nora was referring to roughly 20,000 people globally. So it's a big team. We are globally present in all time zones, 24/7. This gives a lot of advantages. And of course, we have also customers all around the world. So we are ensuring that we have as many places the local R&D as possible. The programs unit is also presented in 8 different countries. So we are, of course, following the time zone as well, or different time zones, and being present close to the customer and R&D. How do we work? So when the scale is big, there needs to be certain ground rules. There needs to be rules for the game. How do we work in our daily execution? How do we plan? How do we plan the R&D work, and how do we get things done? Otherwise, you can imagine it's very difficult to coordinate with different locations and with so many different teams. So one way of working is one of the backbones for R&D and for programs to take care that we are really obeying that. Backlog is like a work order you could imagine for R&D, because we have certain capacity and power of people in different units in R&D. We need to make sure that we are doing the work in a right order to get those products out that our customers are expecting in the time frame that we have promised for them. So it's very important synchronization point, so everyone knows what we are working next, what is the priority order of the topics. We are trying to obviously be as efficient as possible, and like I mentioned, the radio access networks is responsible on all the Gs at this point, so 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G deliverables, in sometimes also, or in soon also on 6G. It's important that we are able to use same code base for our software for all of our products, so that any customer can take the same software depending on the configuration and the technology they are using. That will be possible with it. And how the programs fit there. So our R&D is built on different competence areas. We have, of course, starting from architecture and specification, planning how do we do the product, what are the characteristics of the product. Then we have different software and hardware development teams who are planning how do they do their work in order to get to those requirements, that architecture design that we have defined. How to execute the work in the time frame that we have. Then we have also verification teams, teams that are close to customer, making sure that the deployment of the new products is as easy as possible for our customers. And how the programs are fitting there. In very simple way, programs are giving a timeline, so program starts and it ends. And the end deliverable needs to be a product, a release, end-to-end solution, something that our customer can concretely take and use for their purposes. And because we have so many people and several different building blocks, its program is kind of collecting the puzzle together, giving clear guidance to the whole R&D. What do we do in the beginning? We have certain time for planning, then we have certain time for actually executing the plans that we did. Then we are verifying, ensuring the quality, and going to the customer. So everything has a clear step, what to do at what time. It's like a synchronization point, so that the end deliverable is collection of all the R&D from research work into the very last point of verification, and we have a ready-made product. And to keep this all fully together, we have really simplified program structures, common ways of working, and harmonized ways of working, so that no matter which program is running for R&D, it should be as simple and predictable the work as possible. Some of the key pillars for us. Obviously, program deliverables on time, with the content, the quality that we have agreed. That's very clear, and that's kind of the main responsibility and focus that we have. Continuous improvement. That's something that every time R&D is working. R&D work by nature is something that we are doing things that have not been done before. So there is always some kind of trial and error involved, which is totally natural and even needs to be there in order to find the best solutions forward. But the main point is the continuous improvement and learnings. We take the learnings, we make sure they are part of our next product, also cross-functionality, not only, for example, only inside radio products, but also what can we apply to our baseband products. Competitiveness, time to market, these are important for our customers, of course, but in the heart of all of this is people and culture. let's talk a bit more on that. But first, how this all from program's point of view is translating to customers. So I'm starting from the right-hand side on the end user. So who is the end user for Nokia Radio Access Networks products? I believe all of you have a mobile phone or tablet or laptop, or maybe your car has a 5G connection. So all of us are the end users. We are all using those services that the operators are providing for us. The operators are the direct Nokia's customer, who we are providing the solutions and the products so that they can, the best way, serve our end users, which is all of us. And of course, we need to ensure that the operators who are investing to our products and investing to their network, they are having the best possible return of invest for their money. People and culture. So like I mentioned, we have a lot of functions in the R&D, but one thing is common everywhere, that it's people behind the work. Yes, we have tools, we have AI, we have all the time developing possibilities to help the work, but still behind everything is people and the culture. How do we work together? What are the behaviors and the principles for us that we are commonly executing and agreeing on? Really important to mention a few things. So the mindset in R&D that we want to be the best. It will take a lot of effort. It takes a lot of effort, but feeling the professional pride of the work we do, doing it every time as well as we can, learning from the mistakes and improving again. That's what it means, and aiming to be the best. Communication, collaboration, extremely important topics, again, to keep the whole big team together. And of course, supporting all of this is the leaders and the right kind of leadership. So what is leadership? And why does it matter? So just by definition, it's an act of leading a group of people or an organization. Okay, sounds reasonably simple, but I think it's definitely not. So leadership and being a leader is, of course, a great opportunity, however, a huge responsibility as well. And it all starts with human skills. We had just very good comparison from Noora between the AI and human skills. But no matter how much our technology is evolving, and we have all new technology solutions, research for 6G ongoing, people are not changing that much. The basics are there in human beings. And the basic rules are always present in human-to-human interactions. Active listening, building the trust, being present, being with the team, understanding bottom-up approach, understanding what do we need to do, having the diverse teams in place to work together and collaborate for the best possible solutions, which then can be translated into new products, of course, profitability for the company, which is the target for any company. Foundational ways of working, translating the big picture. It's very important that people know what is our vision, where are we aiming for, what is expected from me in my role, what is my responsibility, how do I get there, and what is the support system in case I need help with something. And to be able to trust that the leader will support me, the team is there behind me. So why it matters? Exactly for these reasons. Giving the solid base and the opportunity for people to really be their true selves at work, doing their best, being able to learn and grow and apply that continuous improvement all the time. Enabling and supporting people. So what does a leader look like? Like all of us. I think all of us, if you think you are leading something, whether it's your studies, at your work, with your group of friends, you are leading the situational topics, you are leading yourself, you are making sure that we know as a group, for example, what is the next step, what's going to happen next, how do we get there. and start by leading yourself. I think this is very important. The same characteristics that leader is expected to have and give for the team, we should always have for ourselves as well. What is the expectation that I'm giving to myself towards this role? How do I get to the professional pride? How do I improve myself if something didn't work out fully this time? How do I look for support? What are the ways there? How do you want to be led? And of course, it's continuous learning journey. I don't think even any of the most famous leaders in the world, they are never ready. There's always something more, and the world keeps changing. So whatever worked last year might not be working with the next generation in a couple of years. So we need to be all the time thinking this perspective. Good. With that, thank you, and I would like to hear some comments. What would be the key takeaways or key learnings from your side on leadership or on good leaders?
Maybe some answers from the back? Yes! Yay! We've got one at the back.
There's one.
Over there.
Could you share advice what's the most important to learn and understand this direction, like R&D?
So for... Yes.
It's okay for you?
Yes. So the question was that what would be the most important learning or direction to work in R&D, right? Yes. So of course, many of the R&D roles need technical background. Not all of them, but many of the, obviously, if you're doing specification or development work, those are traditionally something that definitely need the technical interest and technical background to be able to really understand the big picture. But in R&D, we have so many different roles. Not all of them need technical background, and also it's everyone's benefit that we don't have everyone only from one background in the teams, but several different ways to look at the things and improve from there.
So, 3 questions,
Yeah.
Laura.
There's another one.
My passion since I was child is an architecture. Is AI my rival in this industry, and how I can use AI to an industry, even one unrelated to architecture?
So the question was that how you could utilize AI to look for more on the area of architecture, right? You are interested in that. I'm not, maybe not fully my speciality, but I would guess that there are already in architecture also a lot of ways how AI is currently utilized or developed against, probably on helping on the designs and areas like that. So I'm sure there are a lot of opportunities, and really sky is the limit on thinking what to do with it.
Anybody from the back who would like to ask Laura a question?
I would like to ask if you had to study anything to get that position, the job you have right now.
So I did study information technology in University of Oulu, and I'm a master's from that. So that's of course the basic background that I have. During the years of working, there has been different, like PMP, which is a program management certificate. That kind of studies I have done, but I believe that most of the work or most of the learnings and training I have really got while I have been working in different roles, seeing the same product and same challenges from different angles, finding the ways how to find the solutions for them, and then always taking the next steps accordingly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Laura.